Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to 2022, also known as 2020 Part 3. At least that's how it seems, and as we all know, the sequels really start getting downhill after the third one. But that is aside from the point. More importantly, it is a new year and a new month, which means, that's right, it's time to talk about 5 more games that I will probably never be getting and have either been recently released or recently reprinted or are coming along and will be released at some point, but either way, I am super stoked. And there's a lot of new great games that are coming out there. We are past convention season, so we are starting to see some more stuff that's going to be coming out in 2022, especially as the freight shipping and everything starts to somewhat slightly, almost maybe sort of kind of get back to normal with COVID. It's just this whole mess still, but regardless, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We're going to dive right on in with my number 5. At number 5, I've got Santorini, New York. So it's going the route of King of Tokyo and King of New York, and so everything's going to New York, but it makes no sense because Santorini is an actual city in Greece. But regardless, same concept, very similar idea, but taking place in New York. I'm curious to see what new things are coming along with it. From what I've seen, it looks like we're still going to have things that are similar to the god powers, and so we'll have some kind of player ability, some kind of asymmetry in that sense, but I'm guessing that by and large it's going to be very similar. I'm still very curious though, because it could be interesting, it could be very unique, and so I am keeping my eye on it. Santorini, New York is my number 5. At number 4, I've got Vinyl, the game that is about collecting vinyl records, and more importantly, valuable vinyl records. Now, audiophiles everywhere will tell you to this day that nothing can beat the sound clarity and quality of a vinyl record. I personally can't hear the difference, but that's not what this is about. This is about going into shops and trying to find the treasures amongst the trash. Now, as with a lot of games like this, where you're doing collections of different sorts, they don't have any licensed material, but there's nothing wrong with that. I like the fact that they have a really fun music theme, and it's something about vinyl records, which is something I have really never seen in any other game. We've seen classical music, we've seen pop music, we've seen electro funk music, we've seen DJing and all of that type of thing, but I don't remember ever seeing anything that's about vinyls, and so this is just kind of a cool thing. And on top of that, it gives me vibes to modern art and stuff like that, which I really enjoy and very much appreciate. And so all in all, it seems really interesting. Vinyl, my number 4. At number 3, I've got Savannah Park. Now, I don't know if this has any relationship to Baden Park or any of the other various parks of different sorts, but fundamentally the idea is the same. You are trying to build enclosures and attract tourists to your Savannah-themed theme park of various animals. So you have your giraffes and your zebras and your lions and all of this kind of different stuff, and hopefully they all live together in harmony and you give everything what they need and everybody is happy and all of that good stuff. I really love games like this because it does a good job of teaching things like conservation and how it is that zoos and things like that operate and what they genuinely try to do to make sure that the animals are at least reasonably happy, even though no animal will ever be happy in captivity. But that said, it still seems like a very interesting game. I'm very curious about it, and I'll keep my eye on it to see some more information. But Savannah Park, all in all, is my number 3. At number 2, I've got Ticket to Ride Track Switcher. This is a very intriguing game because it's advertised as a logical reasoning game, and it seems like maybe it's like a right and a race type of game, but the idea is that fundamentally you're trying to make the tracks more efficient and making the routes more efficient, and so it's ticket to ride, but it's dynamic in the sense of the routes are not always going to be the same, and you can actively change them. So it sounds really cool and a great twist on a classic game that has been frankly stagnating, in my opinion, for a good number of years now with a massive amount of expansions. So I'm very interested to see some gameplay on it. I'm very intrigued by the idea of the logical reasoning of it. So all in all, it's pretty high on my list of things to watch. Ticket to Ride, track switching, and logical reasoning, overall my number 2. At number 1, I have Return to Dark Tower. For those of you unaware, Dark Tower is a game that was released many, many years ago and is being brought back by Restoration Games, one of the almighty sins of board gaming that we currently have, because they are remaking all of these great games from our childhoods that are truly amazing and very well done remakes, and Dark Tower appears to be no exception. I am super excited about it. I believe it's actually released. I honestly don't remember, but regardless, it's coming out, it's already out, it's somewhere out there. I'm excited. I want to play it. It has a solo mode. It's the Dark Tower, and it's awesome, and everybody loves it, and everybody wants it, and it's crazy popular. And so I'm sorry for those of you who have an original copy that is now basically worthless. But either way, Dark Tower is my number 1. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for me. I hope that you enjoyed this video on my top 5 games that I am looking forward to in January of 2022. Now, of course, again, I'm probably never going to play these games, but I am excited to see some new mechanics, some unique mechanics, and some twists on some old favorites. I'm really, really excited about them. And of course, I hopefully at some point will be able to play them. Who knows? Maybe I will. But of course, I do want to hear what you all have to say, so let me know anything and everything in the comments below. What are some games that you're looking forward to? Anything new in the new year? Did you get any board games over the holidays? If so, share those as well, because I would love to hear it all. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please take a look at my various social media pages where you can interact with myself and my channel in a whole bunch of really fun and unique ways. And as a last note, literally the last time that I will mention it, please stay safe. Please be careful, because COVID is not only out there, but we are seeing more variants, namely Omicron is the most recent one. And like I said, this is the last time I'm going to mention it, but please, if you haven't done so, go and get vaccinated. Make sure you get a booster if you're eligible for it. Please go and do it. It is the safest thing that you can do, and it's a great way to help the rest of humanity at least stave this thing off. And we probably won't get rid of it, but at the very least we can really reduce its impact. But that said, thank you very much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.